Hey guys, Levy Freeman here, and today we're playing Old World Blues. I know you guys are probably thinking that's not Kaiser mod, and you would be correct. It's not. I haven't actually played Old World Blues in like a super long time. The last time I played was like just after the Washington Brotherhood Focus Tree came out, and apparently it's like a whole new game now. So like we'll go take a look see. So I guess we have some options here. We got West Coast, Mexico, and Tejas. Let's Okay. So like we got some factions over there. Guess these guys are different. I like how they implied that Tejas is like just as significant as the whole of Mexico, even though one's a state, one's a country. Are these all just different countries on a different screen? It looks like there's just still the one map. Let's check. Yeah, it's like the same map. Okay. I think we're just gonna go play as the Washington Brotherhood again. That was like I think it's like the only country I've played. I played it once before, back when they still had a generic tree, like way back in the day, and I played them again once when they had an actual focus tree. So we'll just go lock in with the Washington Brotherhood. I don't know if this actually does anything. Custom game rules. So we have a few custom game rules, so I guess we can look at here. This can strengthen a bunch of people. Map setup. Okay, like I'm not going to change any of these. I don't really understand what they do. Legion manpower restrictions. It's some civil wars, like that's some Kaiserreich nostalgia right there. Everyone gets a civil war. Cap system, follower system, Area 51 stuff. Designed to huh. Okay, so I guess I do remember that you're stuck. Like each faction has their own technology tier, and you're stuck. You can't advance except by like event or decision. Okay. Tlaloc's death rattle. I don't know what that means. Wild Wasteland. Wild Wasteland game rules used to toggle funny but strange and mostly benign circumstances across the wasteland, but default is turned out. You know what? Let's enable the Wild Wasteland. Let's see what that does. Okay, we'll do that. I guess we'll just lock in as average Joe. I guess we'll see what we got here. So we got our boy. Well, we'll take stock once we start the game. Alright, Vault Tech presents Pip-Boy Plus. Welcome to the Pip-Boy Plus, Vault Tech's new customizable encyclopedia with guaranteed 200 years of smooth operation. So I guess it's just like a Vault Tech advert or a Pip-Boy advert or whatever. Here you can find the list of all regions. If you want to read more about a specific region or country that is located in the region, you can click on the region's name. That's cool. So there's like a lot of stuff here you can read. I'm obviously not going to go read through all this, I think. I don't remember them having this though, but that's neat. So like if you want to see the Enclave, is that a faction now? I remember there used to be like a hidden thing. I think I saw someone post on the mod discussion thing. It was like a new Reno, you could do it. To say anything about our guys. One of those guys called the Circle Jerk. Did I see that? Circle Junction. Okay. Cascada. Ooh, corruption. Okay. Mechanics. All right, this is important. Let's read some mechanics. I think these are going to be new. Unlike the Second World War, the nations of the Wasteland, with some exceptions, are capable of integrating conquered states into their nation through Vault-Tech's coring mechanic TM. The core nation, select a state and look at its properties in the bottom left. There will be an option to core the nation in the top bar. For most countries, coring a state requires a certain amount of political power, and for the state to have less than 20% resistance and over 95% compliance. 95%, that's huge. The amount of political power is based upon the state's population, how many states you have already cored, and the distance to your capital, but cannot exceed 300. The children of Tlaloc have a different coring mechanic based upon how much spare energy they have. This represents the spread of Chico net through Mexico like cancer, or a sign of progress. Opinions differ. Okay. I like how they've got like the cheeky Fallout, like the way they word it. That's cool. Flower Wars. The Flower Wars are a set of decisions unique to Nueva Aztlan and the Chicken Itza Empire. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Scavenging. Scavenging is a mechanic available to all nations of the wasteland. It allows nations to find guns, equipment, robots, and even vehicles that they have researched, or to find research bonuses for equipment they have not. There are 4 categories that can be scavenged for: equipment, robots, vehicles, and old world tech. Each of these 4 categories can be scavenged for in 4 different ways, using standard scavenging parties, power armor groups, motorized search teams, and even airborne reconnaissance. These categories and methods will be broken down below. Basic mechanics. Each nation has their own scavenging efficiency, which reflects their aptitude for finding and identifying equipment, as well as reflecting their tactics and the like. This efficiency can be increased by certain technologies, as well as through focus tree or technology tier. Efficiency affects both the kind of things found on a scavenging mission, as well as the quantity of it available. Due to limitations within the HOI4 game, it is not possible to grant equipment that a country doesn't have researched to said country, and as a result, finding future equipment will instead grant slight research bonuses to said technology. Fair enough. Search categories. Equipment. In this category, you can find various weapons of all qualities, as well as support equipment such as explosives, anti-tank rifles, and machine guns. Robots. This category will be unlocked for a country once it has researched the most basic robot tech possible. As with the equipment category, robots of all tiers and makes can be found with the decision, including future ones. Vehicles. As with robots, scavenging for vehicles will become available once the country's first vehicle technology has been researched. It is impossible to find some higher pre-war technology or pre-war tiers of vehicles lying around. They'll have been long since looted. But most other vehicles can be found. Old World Tech. Only available to advanced or Brotherhood nations, scavenging for Old World Tech provides unique bonuses to the nation that finds them for a short time. This category is, however, the most risky of the 4. Old World Tech that hasn't yet been discovered is probably well guarded. Search type. Standard scavenging parties. The most basic and cheapest search type. Simply send 50 men with some guns out into the wasteland and hope they come back alive. This type takes the longest and is amongst the most risky, but if you've got no alternative, it's worth the investment. Power armor. Equipping your search team with power armor is a surefire way to keep them safe, but won't improve mission speed terribly. This type is a good idea if you're tight on men but not on arms, and will unlock if you research power armor technology. Vehicles. Scavengers on bikes or even in cars will be much faster than those without. This type won't improve much on survivability, however, as what your scavengers gain in speed, they lose in being a top target for local raider gangs. If you need some equipment fast, this is the type for you. Aircraft. Fastest and safest, sending your scavengers and transport aircraft will make sure that they find things fast and that they get away from danger even faster. If you've got the equipment to facilitate it, scavenging with aircraft is the way to go. Please be aware, scavenging and its decisions are stated for a total overhaul in 2.1 as their creator, Happy NTH, is not entirely happy with the way they work. Suggestions for improvement are always welcome in Discord. Okay? Caps. Okay. The hustle. I was expecting something here, but maybe this is what we're looking for. Income is a sum of 2 numbers. For minor countries, the majority of their caps comes from flat income. Flat income is granted through economy laws, focus rewards, and decisions. You currently make 14 caps from flat income. I guess is that for our country in particular? Or just, okay. A second source of income is through economic nodes, covered later in this tutorial. Every 92 days, quarterly expenses are subtracted from income, and the coffers fill or empty. When net caps, income plus expenses, are negative, the bank is empty, and your country may suffer great instabilities. The bank and the bill. The cap system can be viewed at a glance on the top bar. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, it's over here. So we get plus 19.44k bottle caps per quarter. And 14 flat income. So they didn't lie to us. We do have 14. Uh, this will show your current coffer of caps. When hovered, it will give a more detailed breakdown of your incomes and expenses, plus some modifiers applied to both. The primary expense in the cap system is military upkeep. Troops cost money, and the more you have, the more each consecutive battalion costs. The recruit and deploy menu shows an estimate of the cost of troops in your training queue. Some specialty units, such as Spec Ops and Power Armor, cost more per battalion than infantry. Your troops currently cost negative 0.18k bottle caps. In times of strife, peace, or capitalistic inspiration, some countries can adjust their army wages, increasing or decreasing their army costs and strengths. Army wages can be set up as an economic law. These laws have a 140-day timeout between swaps. Okay. America Universalis. Economic nodes are the cornerstone of the 3.0 update to caps. The state node view can be seen by selecting a state that is part of a node. You currently control one. Nodes are a collection of member states and a central state. Each node has a level between 1 to 10. Levels 1 to 8 can be achieved through improving a node's development, while level 9 and 10 require economic development, normally rewarded through decisions and focuses. Every factory, dockyard, and infrastructure node it adds to its development. Generally, the more member states in a node, the harder to improve it, but the higher level it can reach. Okay. Nodes grant the largest percentage of a country's income when controlled. Your node income, 11 caps. Each node income is comprised of two parts: development income and trade income. Development income is directly dependent on node level. Trade income is generated through trade routes. Each source of income has a respective modifier at both the state and country level. During conflict, the nodes can become disabled. Disabled nodes do not provide income. Okay, so I guess we'll have to look at that. Economic node. Member states in the central state. So is that like our capital is like the node for like our state or something like that, maybe? And like the states around it contribute to it? I don't know, but like I don't know. It's like this is like a completely different game than vanilla HOI4. It's like I guess Kaiserreich is like a reimagining with a different setting, and this is like a complete overhaul of how like the game plays. It looks like. So that's cool. This is like I haven't played with any of this stuff before. Caravans, not minivans. As a country with nodes, leveraging a new economic power is a must. Each trade node can be the source of one trade route to another node. Trade routes follow predefined links across the wasteland through areas with favorable terrain and avoiding dangers. Links can also be created from focuses, decisions, and events. A route can be started through the state node view, but have a few requirements. No current trade route from the source node. Under the country trade route cap, 40 political power, a route along the same link was not recently changed. Once set, a trade route sends a portion of a node's development income to the receiving node with a bonus for each income route. A smaller portion of the receiving node's development value is sent backwards to the source node. Once sent, trade nodes last indefinitely but cannot be changed for a minimum of 120 days. Trade routes are not disrupted by conflict. Trade routes are also disrupted by conflict. Countries can maintain a maximum number of outgoing routes, roughly 2 times their number of nodes. Not quite Nicolas Cage. To better track the flow of caps around the waist, each bottle cap has a small map inscribed on the back. We aren't sure where these came from, but you can access it from the top bar's MISC button. Do we have a MISC button? Okay. Right next to logistics. Okay, it just says right there. I'm an idiot. The trade node map displays a lot of information. Let's break it down from left to right. The far left is the trade ledger. Okay. On the far left is a trade ledger. This contains the sum of development income, trade income, and total income from all controlled nodes. State income, economic nodes, trade. Directly underneath is a list of currently owned nodes, Capitol Hill. The last button in this panel will show all current routes, both to and from controlled nodes. So we're not trading right now. The center contains a draggable map of all trade nodes. Left-clicking to select the highlight trade links in green. Okay, so there's Twin Mothers, New Canaan. Where's Capitol Hill? Oh, we can move these around too. That's cool. Capitol Hill. We're here. So we can trade with one of these places. Trade with New Victoria. Maybe. Left-clicking, select how the trade routes in orange. These colors match throughout the GUI. So trade links in green, trade routes in orange. If I collect that. I don't have enough political power to do that. I need 40 PP for that. I'm not sure what the meta would be for like that. Maybe that's something you want to do with your first 40 PP. On the far right is the currently selected node. Displays node's income at a glance. By selecting a linked node through this panel, an overview of the linked node displayed along with any alternative ways to send trade routes. Okay. Honest business. There are a variety of organizations across the waste that facilitate the transfer of goods. These organizations now set up shop in trade nodes. When a trade route is sent from a node with an organization established, the organization may decide to make the jump to expand their operations. The market has received a total overhaul. It can now be accessed via the top bar MISC menu. A country's tech level no longer determines the available goods, and transactions are now instant. Can we buy guns? Is that how that works? When interacting with the organizations, their opinion of a country rises. High opinion gives both better buy and sell prices. Opinion can also be leveraged for favors from an organization. Most contracts and orders require a minimum opinion to use, and some also require some spendable opinion. Spendable opinion is accrued by interacting with an organization directly, while general opinion can be increased by favorable actions such as giving a government position to an organization leader. Different groups have different specialties. It may be wise to entice them all to set up a front in your nation. Helping Hands. This tutorial is a brief overview of mechanics for caps. In an effort to keep the system as readable as possible in-game, help tooltips are available for all major caps and windows. These can be disabled or enabled at any time through the caps entry in the Pip-Boy. Would you like them enabled now? Sure. We'll probably need that. I'm probably not going to remember all that, but it is nice that they give you an explainer on those mechanics as opposed to just hiding it in tooltips. That's caps. Slavery. Doesn't appear to be anything here. No. Coastal rating. So it looks like this might be incomplete then. Chivos, don't really care about that. Okay, it's like maybe you have to be one of these. Like I remember seeing something before I started this video. I did like a look around at some of the different places and the national focuses. And I saw like I guess the Mirelurk tribe or something over there has like one of their things is like they have 500 eggs. Like maybe this is supposed to be about that. Maybe you can only read that if you're part of their faction. I don't know. Changelog. So like I think Broken Coast was like I think that was around the last time I played. So it's like been a long time. Credits, close that. Okay. Okay, so we've got trade node map, organization marketplace, uncored states. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, so we are the Immortal, revered by his subordinates for leading them across the Midwest to Seattle. The so-called Immortal Elder is older than even his most senior commanders. His campaign of violence and subjugation throughout Washington has inspired a lust for blood in his chapter, leaving a black stain on the Brotherhood as a whole. It's like the reason I picked these guys for my first playthrough is like when I started playing video games, like way back in the day. One of the games I had was Fallout Tactics, which was like the first Fallout game I played, and I understand now that like a lot of people hate it because it's like it's very not canon. But this was like the style of power armor they had. So when I seen that was like pretty nostalgic. So I picked the Washington Brotherhood, and I guess they're like the bad guy Brotherhood. It's like that's kind of cool, I guess. So we were led by the Immortal or something like that. I seem to remember reading something about how he was like there was like an accident and he was like ghoulified and like trapped inside his armor. So he's like a man and machine together or something like that, and he's like gonna live forever because he's a ghoul, and that's why he's got that moniker. Maybe that's been updated, but I seem to remember reading something about that. We've got the Bunker Blues Natty Spirit, and if I recall correctly, I think all the Brotherhoods get that. I think these guys over here, these chuckleheads, probably have it. Yeah, they do. So we got the Bunker Blues. Where'd my country go? Yikes. Okay. Bunker Blues is going to give us foreign subversive activities efficiency -75%, factory bomb vulnerability -60%, trade deal opinion factor -50%, special forces minimum capacity +50. That's pretty big. Energy cell gain per energy. So I guess that's like energy cells, huh? So I guess that's supposed to be like fuel. Last time I played didn't have that. Energy cell capacity, damage to garrisons -30%. If you own La Resistance, which I do, this idea also adds 2 counterintelligence and 1 crypto strength. So, I don't know, that's cool, I guess. So we are occupying territory off the Olympus tribe and the Yakima Nation. Let's take a look at some of these laws. Look, this is a completely new deal, looks like. Alright, so we have no occupation. Sporadic outposts. A lot of these give compliance buffs, too. So I guess having that 95% target probably maybe isn't as unreasonable as it first seemed. So caravan guards. So resistance targets is -50. We get some compliance and we get some decay speed, but we lose 30% factories, 30% resources. I guess this doesn't. This is like. This gives you damage to garrisons, required garrisons, and extra daily compliance gain. Why would we not pick this? Because we don't get. I guess it has worse compliance gain. Interesting. So I guess like the more brutal you are, the more compliance you get. So it's kind of like the opposite of Hearts of Iron 4, the way it works. So like instead of like the more brutal you are, the more resources you get and the less compliance, it's like the opposite. I guess except for this, which is like no resistance whatsoever, and you get no compliance or resources. But you will decay resistance very quickly. So that's interesting. So like that's a completely different meta would be for these occupation laws. So this is manpower per suppression. IC per suppression. So the conscript brigade seems to be the way to go. So I guess we'll leave it on that. No collaborations, no subjects. We are the elites. And I'm not sure how diplomacy works, if we have different diplomacy options. Like, I'm not sure if like there's like a drift that occurs. Let's just check. Declare war, guarantee independence, military access. Invite to Northern League. So we have I guess we have a faction, it looks like. Yeah, so there's nothing about ideology drift or anything like that. So it doesn't look like there's any politicking really to be had. Just fine. I don't really know how to play those mechanics anyways, because I only really play Kaiserreich. So we've got that. We are in the Northern League. So we are the faction leader of the Northern League. So that's cool. It looks like we don't have any friends yet though. So we have, let's see, Head Paladin Blair, General Wait and See, gives us defense and planning at the cost of planning speed. Power armor hardness plus 10%. I mean, hardness is good. I mean, I'm not sure what the meta is in this, but hardness is usually a good stat to have. We have Paladin Jetson. Under his first name is George. Division attack 10%, planning speed 5. I'm liking hardness. I do like hardness, but 10 attack is also pretty cool, I guess. We got that. We have no Navy Chief, no Air Force Chief. High Command. Experienced soldier losses, item supply and supply consumption, war support, and division attack. Division recovery rate, division speed, reconnaissance, and decryption. Okay. Got really nice art for this stuff too. Like this is all like all custom jobs. It looks like it's pretty sick. And I guess we could have two of these guys. It's the same tab. Research advisor. We have Knight Mallory. Give us XP gain and refined warfare research speed. If I remember correctly, refined warfare is the doctrine branch. Military policies. So this is new. So we have 4-year conscriptions. We have. So it looks like some of these are date gated. That's interesting. So you have mobilization speed, and recruitable population. So okay, it's like our base level here gives us 6% construction speed and 4% pop, 4% mob. 6, 6, and 3 for militias, and funded militias is 8, 8. 10, 10. So see, these are either date capped or you have to be at war. It is not considered a major. Well, I'm not sure exactly what that does. 12, 12. Now you start getting your factory output negative. So it looks like you can get quite a bit of your manpower without suffering a huge negative modifier. So it looks like how much people you can conscript is mostly limited by political power, not your output. That's different. It's cool, I guess. Outsider volunteers. This is outsider recruitment. So this gives you this is okay. So you have like a different policy. So is this core manpower for your conscription? That's just base recruitable population. So no outsiders gives you non-core manpower minus 100%, but you get stability, war support, and resistance target. Gives you negative planning speed and compliance gain for outsider volunteers. So it looks like you can have outsiders participate, and it's going to cost you stability, planning speed, and resistance, but will gain you compliance and manpower. And you can shuffle those laws around. It's like that's cool. Reader conscripts. I guess we can conscript a whole bunch of people. So what's this over here? This is recruitable population factor. So we can also adjust our recruitable population factor as well. No undesirables. So that'll give us 2% org at the cost of negative 2% recruitable population factor. Petty criminal conscripts. That's cool. They give you a reader for that too. Maybe we'll go back and we'll read these. Let's do that. Let's read the one that we're on at least. Extending the conscription to a 4-year rotation will considerably increase our available manpower, but it comes with consequences. Massive funding has to be allocated to train conscripts to a decent standard for our army, and morale is slowly degrading even if our citizens understand our situation. We must be careful if we are to go further. We have here, especially after war, we are in no position to turn down able-bodied men seeking to fight in our name, even if they may come from a land that was not always ours. We must be sure to include and integrate willing soldiers wherever we may find them. It must be said, though, that there are language and cultural barriers to be dealt with. So this is so I guess this is like negative 2% population factor for 2 org. This is 1 for 1 petty criminal conscripts. This is a negative for a positive, and you lose stability, but you also get war support. Raider conscripts, we're going to lose 4% org. We're going to get 4% factor, minus 4 stability, and 4% war support. And slave conscripts, that's 5. So you can shuffle these numbers around a little bit. I'm not sure what our political power gain, 1.7. It's like similar to Kaiserreich. So this would be considered like a little bit on the low side for Kaiserreich. So it's probably there's probably a lot of political power to spend just for these buffs here, just to change that. So we'll probably leave that the way it is. Mutant recruitment. So we have outsiders, raiders, and mutants now. No mutants allowed. Ghoul recruitment, super mutant recruitment, and recruit all mutants. Okay, so no mutants allowed will give us organization recovery rate. Ghoul recruitment will give us negative org, but will also help us with attrition and supply consumption, and will hurt our recovery rate. Super mutants will give us even better attrition and recovery rate at the cost of org. Or attrition and supply consumption at the cost of organization. And you can do both for 6. So 2, 4, 6, okay? Local leaders. So this is our officer training. So we'll get our political power gain and military leader cost minus 40%. Legendary Wastelanders. From time to time, it seems there are people who act in such a way that they acquire a reputation. They're guerrilla fighters, unstoppable vigilantes, wise sages, or even a particularly scary bandit, regardless they have the qualities needed to be leaders. So it looks like the more you go up, the more your leaders cost you, but the better they're going to be, and the more special forces you get. You'll also have to pay a tax over here. You get some organization at the higher end. Right now we're on local leaders, so I mean that's okay. Local leaders, when it comes to who should lead our armies into battle, the answer is simple. Amongst the populace of our nation, there are a unique handful who distinguish themselves through remarkable bravery, heroism, and skill. They have the support of the people and are fit to lead. What do you have for mutants? The wasteland is pockmarked with the presence of these shaped and changed by radiation or other foul militant sciences. For the purposes of our army, they must be considered unsafe and degenerate, and be denied service without exception, to do otherwise to put our whole army at risk. Ooh, that's harsh, isn't it? That's very Brotherhood, though. Army training. So we have no training, which gives us negative 10% training time. With regard to the state of our military, we cannot make two ways about it. At the end of the day, any amount of fancy tactics or advanced doctrine can be easily undone with a single bullet or a heavy hit of radiation. The wasteland is a dangerous place, and pulling a trigger or swinging a club is simple enough. Instinct and weaponry will have to do. Do wasteland survival training. It was org and also Wargle time. That's interesting. And the higher you go, the better your org, but the worse your training time. Fair enough. Economic policies. You have scavenging, wasteland economy, funding the army, well-equipped army, every cap for the army, and everybody for the war machine. So I think this is like, so this gives you base node income. Okay, it's like the higher you go, the more consumer good, the better your consumer goods factories will be, and like your factory construction speed. It seems to follow Vanilla and Kaiserreich pretty much. But also you're losing this base node income. So like the higher you go over here, the less income you're getting also from your caps from your trade, I guess. I'm not sure how significant that is. Consumer goods sucks though. And this is like total mob where it takes you minus 3% recruitable population. So let's probably don't really want to go more than this. We have trade law. So this seems pretty much like it's this seems pretty close to numbers might be a little different. But this seems pretty close to how it would be in like Vanilla or Kaiserreich for those trade laws. Same things. Yeah, the numbers are definitely different though. Like I'm pretty sure like it's 80% for what is it, export focus. But I guess this would be would that be a closed, limited, yeah, export focus, and free trade would be that one, right? Yeah. So like free trade should be more than 50%. I'm pretty sure 50% is export. So it looks like you keep more of your resources in this mod. Army wages, we have standard wages. Or we have centralized stockpiles, which gives you negative income but negative expenses. Also hurts your trade income, but gives us additional passive caps income. Huh. Doesn't really say what that does. I guess it's just standard. So we just lose those benefits. So we have research speed and military factory construction speed. We have resource gain efficiency and construction speed. And we have Scout Amber Zone here gives us a Butcher Pete's Opinion plus 25. So it probably has to do with that organization we were talking about. What organization though? I guess we can have all three of them eventually if you wanted to. Press laws. We have free speech, muzzle dissent, and the state press. So that can help us with our compliance and resistance, it looks like. That makes sense. Slavery. So we can outlaw slavery. Indentured servitude, which gives us extra exploitation level. I'm not sure what, like, because that mechanic screen didn't load for us in the beginning. It's like, I'm not sure what that does. Organized slavery. This is what we're on right now. So we get 3 exploitation level, and we have 3 decisions, and we lose 4 stability, and we have extra brutality. So our stability is a little bit in the shitter. At war is negative 30% in this game. Oof, that's a hefty modifier, isn't it? Brutal. I guess we can just like go further down the rabbit hole. I'm not sure what those decisions do though. So we have slavery, we have chems. We can either ban chems or we can allow chems. Why would I want to pay 100 political power to get negative 1.5% stability? I don't know. And we have cultural advisors. We have 3 slots, but we only have 2 guys. So we have political power gain, improve relations, maintenance cost, economic laws cost, treaty laws cost, and conscription laws cost. And we have stability and war support. And production policies. Alright, so we have pre-war designs. So this gives us robot boosts. Reliability and breakthrough. Weapons, research speed, power station construction speed. That's pretty good. Construction speed. It's essentially like, how can you hire these companies? Because they're all like, did they like die in the war or something? That doesn't really make all that much sense. Air tech, medical, pre-war fighters. Pre-war bombers, and power armor. Cell usage minus 40% seems good. West Tech. This only affects things that you can research. So I remember like power armor being like a unique technology. It's like I'm not sure how you would even apply that benefit to your stuff. Unless it's like how Kaiserreich used to be and it just does it as soon as you produce your equipment. So we got some more over here. Major businesses. So we get infantry equipment, negative 25. Oh no, arms company. So we lose soft attack and reliability, but they're very cheap. That's cool. I don't know if I would pick that, but that's cool. And the Van Graffs, I mean, that makes sense. So we have 2 major business slots, a vehicle designer slot, a navy slot, and an air slot, it looks like. So we get the Angry Armor. APCs, max speed and reliability. We have tanks, hard attack. We have cars, cell usage plus 10%. Wouldn't that be bad? And max speed plus 25. Okay. Tim's tanks. So we can make a light ship hull. Screens a negative 25%, max range and minus 50. Canoe. Yeah, I remember you can make like your ships, like your destroyer or whatever is like a fucking canoe in this game. Bill's battleships and Tim's tanks. Man, real original names here. Gives us cheap but shitty battleships, I guess. Okay, so that's just one screen. That was like a lot to unpack. But I mean, I guess it's because it's like the first time I'm playing this mod, really. So decisions. So we have bottle caps, economy. We can lift tax on luxury goods, and that will get us construction speed and resources to market at the cost of income, and we will lose a bunch of caps when that happens. We can sell war bonds, to give us extra income, but we'll lose country base note income minus 25% for 300 days. Our base note income, I think it was saying, was 14 or something like that. Political bribes to give us, okay. So we can spend caps here to get ourselves discounts on political power. That's cool. That's interesting. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Got to be careful using a slave as a bodyguard. Most aren't exactly motivated to keep you alive. You know what I mean? Your current slavery level is 3. Sure that is. We can buy servants. So like what? So okay. So like we can. What does this stuff do? This wasn't explained. So we can buy slaves and we can pay slaves to get. We can like I guess expend them. I guess they're like Goring. They die building castles like in Middle Africa. Or these ones come back. Okay, so you can click on these and it looks like it changes where it happens. So that's cool. We can launch a slave raid. Do a border war. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to play around with that too much. I don't think. I don't think. Like, so what can we get here? We can get infrastructure. We can get outposts. We can get construction speed. I don't know if we really need all that stuff, to be honest. And it seems like a lot of like these are pretty intense decision mini games, which I don't like. But we're also not really playing Hearts of Iron 4. It's like a completely different experience, I suppose. And also, it's like the same mini games for everyone. It's not just like one particular faction getting the short end of the stick. It's like that's neat. Gives you some options. Propaganda efforts. Or propaganda militarized societies. We can pay stability for war support. We can pay war support for mobilization speed. And we can just get war support. Okay. Don't need that. I'm not going to do these slavery decisions either, I don't think. Although maybe, I don't know, maybe it is a good idea to just straight off the hop run a border raid. Let's leave these up over there. Maybe we would like to know when those are available. War measures, seize on patriotism. So get mobilization speed. The cost of war support. This is like an even bigger mobilized people. You can pay stability for research speed and get intellectual political party popularity. And we can pay consumer goods factories for additional factory output and dockyard output. Emergency military protection. That's kind of interesting that they give that to you. So it's like you can convert your factories a little bit into military ones for temporarily at the cost of stability. Political actions, consumer goods. So we can pay civilian factories to get stability. Prioritize consumer technology. So we can pay research speed to get stability. Focus on the internal sphere. So you can pay war support. So you can shuffle your modifiers around there. That's interesting. This costs you PP though. Expel the riffraff. So this will give us political power gain for stability. For 100 days. We get base stability minus 10. So I guess you take a short-term hit and then you'll get a long-term gain. It doesn't really seem like you're getting that much of a gain if they're giving you base stability 10% though. I mean, 100 days, it'd be like, yeah, it would be over 10 weeks, I guess. You get like what, maybe like 4 or 5 stability out of that total. Procurement of things, we can begin a scavenging program over here, which we read that tutorial on. So we can do reclamation authority, that's okay. So that costs us 50 manpower and 10 bottle caps, which we can't see right now, because unfortunately that bar is over here. let's leave that on. Maybe we would like to do that. Drastic measures. Sometimes doing the immoral is necessary to preserve that which is just. Sometimes it's just pure malice. Sometimes raiders just want to have fun. So if we do this, we'll lose 25 manpower, and we will lose stability and war support. We'll gain 20% training time increase. Probably won't do that. That's development projects. Old pre-war sites, special locations that could hold promising resources and all other kinds of interesting things to spend resources on. The outcomes of these decisions are influenced by researched technologies. Huh. Okay, so we can upgrade Rhombus Island and a naval station Everett. Okay, so we'll leave those options. We might want to do that. That seems pretty cool. And audio holotapes, if I remember, this just plays the intro from the games. I only got backstory decisions. Like when you used to play, you had a choice. You could like pick each country that you play as. Like I guess you can pick which buffs you want to get. You'll get like a what did your ancestors leave you? Did they leave you guns or civilian factories? So you can like customize your starting position a little bit. That's kind of neat. So those are our decisions tab. Intelligence agency costs 3. We don't have one though. You might want to get one. We have a large number of research lots, but I remember this being a more tech-intensive mod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 research lots, and we have 1% research speed. So I guess our current economy law. Discourage traders. Yeah. So that's like based off our economy law. So like the numbers are a little bit different, but that's where that comes from. So what do we have here? Well, this is like a completely different tree than it would be normally. Can we zoom in and out in this tree? No, we can't. Oh, geez. So we have unique Mirelurks. Okay, so I guess it's probably for the Mirelurk tribe. Fucking roller skates. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Okay, you got plasma rifle, the mass driver, and the Gauss rifle. Power armor. Like I'm pretty sure we have power armor, but probably not this stuff over here. So we have Vault Deck power armor, advanced power armor, and advanced technical armor. This looks like the stuff our guys wear, but I guess we don't have it. Maybe we get that later. Do we not have power armor? Okay, so we have stripped power armor. That's new. Simple servos and scavenged power armor. Poor man's power armor, often cobbled together from spare parts and broken scraps, not as effective as a regular T-45D, but much better than its serverless counterpart. Okay. Suits power armor with no servo, sometimes even just affixed to regular uniforms, is a bulky rudimentary augmentation. Huh. Okay. We have T-45D. So we would need that 7 years ahead of time. And you get okay. So you like a bunch of different types you can get. Last time we played this faction, we started with power armor though, so it's like a bit disappointing that we don't have that. I guess we'll have to research it. I mean, you would think the Brotherhood would have their guys have power armor, but I guess not. So we have Scout Kit, Pioneer Kit. This is for Special Forces stuff. What does Pioneer Kit do? Uh, 10% hardness. Okay, so we get 4 breakthrough. And 6 defense for having Pioneer Kit. So it's like a defensive buff, it looks like. We also get some piercing and some armor. A little bit of hardness. A recon kit. So that looks like more of the same, but you get additional speed. Special Forces kit seems like. So I think this is just like moves up on the. This is like your defensive shit, and it also increases your speed. It looks like you also get armor and piercing. And I think we are advanced. We should be advanced. Alright, well, I didn't mean to click that. 643 days. I don't know. Maybe that's worth it. Get that and get ourselves our T45D power armor. I don't know. Well, we can swap that if we need to. I didn't mean to click that. So melee weapons. We get breakthrough, soft attack, and defense. So I remember this being like once you get to a point, you have to make a choice. Mutually exclusive with a basic ballistic weaponry. So you have to choose whether or not you're going for melee, or you're going for ballistic weapons, or you're going for laser weapons. I guess that choice is like, which is kind of a weird choice. I would think you could be able to make more. I would think you would be able to make both lasers and rifles, but apparently that's not the case. Like we can't research knives now. It's like if we did that, we'd lose basic weaponry, then we'd lose our lasers. Like that'd be stupid, wouldn't it? It's like we can't research knives. It's like, what's the difference? We got pipe guns, breakthrough 1, defense 10, soft attack 3. There's breakthrough 2, defense 9, maximum speed 4. It's interesting that it has a maximum speed for a crowbar. It's less hard attacks. Like this has like the same soft attack, but the gun is more defensive and the pipe is better at breaking through. It looks like, and the gun is better at hard attack. Gun also gives us militia platoon and regular infantry. Okay. Basic gun, breakthrough 2.5, soft attack 6, defense 13. So this seems like slightly worse than a Hearts of Iron 4 gun, like the tier 1 guns in 1936 that most people get. And we're on lasers, so we have actually worse breakthrough than a rifle. Same defense, same soft attack, but we come with get better piercing and better hard attack with the laser. And this gives you different infantry equipment. Okay, what about over here? Is that like the same trend? Yeah, so we have worse breakthrough, it looks like. Yeah, so your lasers have worse breakthrough, but you get hard attack. A little bit less reliable. You get piercing. Guess that makes sense. You get a few upgrades over here. Advanced energy weapons even. So there's that. What do you get with the melee ones? Paladin toaster. Okay. The fuck is that? It's like a flamethrower fist or something? This gives you the best breakthrough. The worst hard attack. And it looks like it gives you the best defense too. I wouldn't have thought that would be the case. Like, doesn't this so the pipe has worse defense, but I guess you get better defensive stats over here. And they also seem to be more reliable. 90% reliability opposed to 85. Yeah, so you get better defensive stats. Even more soft attack on this thing too. Jeez. That's true here. But equivalent there. Equivalent there. And that's neat. Looks like once you start getting to the higher tier over here in advance, though, you start to get some diminishing turns in your Paladin toaster, don't you? Still have the best breakthrough, though. Interesting. We are on the laser weapons path, so I guess we're making laser weapons, aren't we? Crowd gear. This unlocks enforcers. Okay. So this gives us like the infantry and militia, and this gives us enforcers. 40% hardness. Doesn't tell us. I guess we probably don't have any hardness. So we have hardness. We have armor. And And we have negative adjusters here, actually. Negative soft attack, negative defense, negative breakthrough, negative hard attack. Interesting. Get 2 suppression, though. It's a suppression on these guys, too. So, like, they're not... The Enforcer, surprisingly, isn't all that great at enforcing things, it looks like. They get additional hardness and at the cost of speed. And there's our suppression bonus. Okay. It looks like these are just like various infantry buffs. This gives you investment in military academy. So presumably that's what you have to do to get that academy training option. Power armor, of course. Looks like they're faster. You move faster. Reliability 95% on the T45D PA composite. That's nice. And it's cheaper. It has less armor though. It has less armor and it's less hard. It's like it's not all good. It has also less breakthrough. Huh. These are like your walking tanks. You have your hardness, you have armor, and if I remember correctly, these guys can actually pair drops. Like they're pretty power armor units, are like pretty fucking sick. They used to be. Maybe it's not the same anymore. The support, we have support equipment, which you do not have researched. So I guess just to confirm over here, so we have up to the common level energy weapons here under civilized. And we have like a bunch of special forces shit all the way up to scavenge power armor, and I probably don't want to research that server right now, but maybe we do. I don't know. So support. It's like this is also like pretty wacky. So we have like fire team weapon. So we have the squad automatic weapon and HRCW. I'm not sure what that is. Training a laser specificity. Is that the repeating laser? Light machine gun? Yeah, this is a repeating laser. And that's mutually exclusive. So like again, it looks like you have to choose between ballistics or lasers. This is all completely different from last time I looked. Is that the Browning? I remember the Browning was like a super overpowered gun in Fallout Tactics too. The minigun in the Tesla cannon. That's cool. It's like, what's the difference here? What are we getting here? So laser is better hard attack, but it has a little bit worse soft attack. It has better piercing. It has low reliability for the same cost. I don't know. It seems like laser is probably your better option here. This gives you soft attack, hard attack, piercing, soft attack, hard attack, piercing. Like the same. This path over here, so you get considerably more hard attack. And just a little bit less soft attack. For the same price. Same deal. So that seems to be the jam. I don't know. Like that seems like the small amount of soft attack you lose in comparison to the other stuff you get. Although I guess it would also depend a little bit on what you're actually fighting. Like if you're only fighting soft stuff, then I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? Tank rifle, hard attack, and piercing. I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? Dynamite. What does dynamite give us? Gives us breakthrough. Breakthrough, a little bit of hard attack, decent amount of soft attack. Get the flamer, breakthrough 8. So the flamer gives you like more breakthrough than any of this other stuff. And the soft attack is also pretty good. So you get soft attack, you get breakthrough, it looks like, with the flamer. And this is another choice. So you're choosing either grenades or flamers. So you cannot have both a grenade launcher and a flamethrower, unfortunately, for whatever fucking reason. Well, so what's the difference here again? So you get better breakthrough, get better hard attack. This gives you better soft attack. So you're choosing either breakthrough or soft attack, it looks like. Is that the same thing here? Yeah. Grenade machine gun. Huh. That's cool. Trained mongrel. A man's best friend. This will actually give you suppression if you have this in your company. I guess that makes sense. This gives you recon. Get 4 breakthrough from Pop too. Breakthrough 6. Suppression 1.5 from Fido there. The cyber dog, of course. Get hardness from that too. That's pretty cool. It gives you recon as well. Not bad. Healing powder. This is like your field hospital. You get trickle back and experience loss. Also, you get suppression. Okay. So that's not too bad. So I guess you have dogs and drugs is what keeps people happy, I guess. These are just upgrades to that. And then Recon Company. I want to say, like, this seems similar to Hearts of Iron 4. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it seems like that's your same deal. Get some negatives to that, though. Maintenance company. Okay, it's like that's our support equipment. We have no support right now. It's like maybe support equipment is something we want to get right off the hop. Vehicles, we don't have anything right now. This gives you looks like hardness and a little bit of armor. 65 org is I think base HOI4 is usually around 60, I think. Motorcycles. So you get like increasing, it looks like increasing hardness, speed, and armor. Okay. Trucks. The trucks give you breakthrough and soft attack in addition to the speed. You also get more armor and more hardness, but it looks like you're not quite as fast as the motorcycles. So I guess that makes sense. You get the fucking killdozer over here. Okay. Obviously, you get better breakthrough there. And you get soft attack, you get hardness, you get some armor. Not a whole lot of breakthrough, though. Like, these breakthrough values seem to be... see if I have the... what is a breakthrough on a medium tank for Hearts of Iron 4? It's for comparison, if we're going to compare. 51 breakthrough on a medium tank 2, Hearts of Iron 4. So like not a whole lot of breakthrough you're getting for this on this stuff comparatively. Caps it at 30 on a Great War tank. Your soft attack values are in line though. I think Hearts of Iron 4 and medium tank 2. Soft attack is 25 with 80 armor. Yeah, but not a whole lot of breakthrough. So like that's interesting. So it seems like what does the power armor give you for breakthrough? Breakthrough 6, breakthrough 9. So it seems like there's not a whole lot of breakthrough in this game. What about the defense? Defense 8, breakthrough 8. Let's maybe take a look at. Well, we can look at that later. We'll try and sort out some sort of meta strategy for division templates later, I guess. And robots, breakthrough soft attack. I guess their hardness. You have a bunch of stuff over here for terrain penalties. It looks like this is just a different unit that has various hardness and armor values. Heavy lifter. Looks like these also consume fuel though. Okay, they consume cells. And the sentry bot, breakthrough 15, soft stack 36, 50% hard. Mark II sentry bot, 70% hardness. The Robo Brain, we got the Securitron, Scurry Bots, and C-22. I mean, that's like the robot from Follow Tactics. It's cool that they threw all Follow Tactics stuff in here. I do like that. Land Doctrine. Okay, so we have, I guess we're on Refined Warfare. So yeah, soft attack, hard attack, and org, and we get tactical withdrawal. We have to pay 15% training level. Okay, recovery rate, organization, and recruitable population factor negative. Breakthrough max speed and additional training time. Then we get choice over here. We get what is that? Breakthrough. Okay. I like how they gave like each one of these stats like a symbol too. That's kind of cool. Org loss while moving and additional breakthrough. And we'll get overwhelming firepower tactic, org loss while moving, and additional special forces capacity and max speed. On the other hand, we can choose fighting support units. So those are, yeah, so dog, power armor support, fire team support. So we get soft attack and hard attack on support companies, and non-combat support units. We get additional org and reliability. So that's cool. They group those into different categories. This is kind of like superior firepower on that side, it looks like, except this side isn't completely worthless. I can see why you might want to take that. Reinforce rate and recovery rate, not bad. Walking tanks to give us heavy special forces, power armor. Power armor fire team platoon, sentinel automated power armor unit, Alamo volunteers. And everything in the army. So I guess that's all your battalion types right there, isn't it? So power armor units are going to get breakthrough, soft attack, and hard attack, and everybody gets defense. We can choose principle or purity. This gives us recon plus 0.2 for everything and additional special forces. Warrior code gives us defense, hardness, soft attack, hardness plus 10%. It's pretty nice. Especially if you're fighting guys that don't have lasers that give them the extra hard attack. It seems like that'd be pretty good. But we also lose recruitable population factor. And infantry. What's included in infantry? So this does not include our power armor units, unfortunately, it looks like. Because recovery rate, defense, soft attack, hard attack, and org. And heavy special forces. Looks like basically the same thing, but only 5 org. And we get the breakthrough tactic. This is a reconnaissance, capacity modifier, and then stats. And a tactic. So on this side, we get recruitable population factor negative again. I think we get that either way. Reinforce rate, special force capacity modifier, and some stats for everyone, and backhand blow, which is a very nice tactic. Air superiority 20% and additional supply grace, and that's pretty cool. Scorched earth, so give us resistance growth speed minus 25%, that's cool. It's nice to see that in the doctrine. And we'll also get reinforce rate minus 10% though. So that kind of cancels out this modifier, doesn't it? So that's a bit harsh, but you get everything in your army gets breakthrough, defense, and soft attack. Yeah. So I guess everything in your army gets hardness there. So over here, is that again air superiority? Another air superiority 20%, negative 5% resistance and growth speed. And army soft attack and hard attack. That's pretty sick. Like if you're gonna have air superiority, that's like plus 40% total you get. But you do lose 10% reinforce rate, and you're missing out on that 10% army hardness, which seems like that's pretty strong. Um, I guess we'll have to take a look at some of these starter templates and see if things are soft attack or hard attack favored. I'm not going to bother looking through the other templates. This is like an hour and 10 minutes. I'm still reviewing the fucking screens. And what's this over here? Land Doctrine, Specialized Doctrine. So we have Outsider. Okay, so this is for mutants. And so we can research mutant tech. No, we can't. So this would pull us off that. Outsider inspired warfare. So we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. We can't do outsider warfare and additional doctrine. So that's fair enough. Specialized warfare. Birth from the Crucible, the world's second worst war. Special forces have many critical roles representing the best the nation has to offer. So we could pick this up. What does this do? Unlock special forces platoon. Like I'm pretty sure we already have that though. Special Forces, Airborne Ghoul Infantry, Power Armor Platoon Org +1. Like we might want this if we're gonna be fielding power armored stuff. So you have Rangers or Power Armor guys. So I think pretty obviously we would want to do that, right? Like if we're gonna have Power Armor guys, we'd probably want to have this. Org. We get Org again. Another Org. Capacity multiplier, minimum capacity up. Acclimatization, defense, more capacity, organization, soft attack, hard attack. So it's like you choose whether or not you have more or you take this buff, I guess, is a trade-off. Decision you have to make. And you get 3 of them. Breakthrough and max speed on the special forces. Reliability, organization, and breakthrough soft attack, hard attacks. Like that's pretty cool, I guess. Fighter detection, interception mission, strategic bombing, ground attack, air superiority, mission efficiency, strategic bombing, air defense. So it's like there's one tree, and you have like these 3 different branches. You don't really have to make a choice, I guess, until you get down to here. Night bombing or day bombing. Future Air Force, air attack, agility, and ground attack. So I mean that's cool. So you have bombing over here. You have your CAS over here. And you have your fighter shit in the middle. That's how it looks. It looks like that's how that's laid out. Naval. So you have critical hit defense and munition storage, capital ships, river fleet, and dispersed formations. This is screens. This is looks like you get a bunch of stuff over here. So you have to pick it. You do have to make a choice. It looks like. Bear packs. It's a capital ships. It's a bear pack, I guess. You get carriers. Ships on the line. Light attack, force projection, rating efficiency. This gives you a screen ship's visibility down. That's pretty good. Detection and escort efficiency, rating efficiency. I'm not sure. I probably won't play with Navy all that much, but okay. Air tech. We have gliders. Glider can do strategic bombing, and they have half an air superiority point. Okay. This is more ground attack, I guess. A glider also does air superiority. Okay. So air superiority, close air support, interception, naval strike, and port strike. So this does everything but bomb, it looks like. So it's like a... That's weird, but okay. Barrage balloon has interception. And that's it. That's also kind of weird. I wonder how that works. Biplane fighter. So it looks like most of your things can do everything except for bomb. And the bombing ones are down here. And they do close air support and strategic bombing. They're like a tactical bomber. They don't do air superiority or interception though. Monoplane fighter. The jet fighter. That's cool. And you have some choices here. You get air defense or ground attack for your bombers. Looks like you don't have to make a choice for your fighters. Up here we have agility, close air support, strategic bomber bombing, all aircraft agility and max speed. That's nice. All aircraft range and ground attack. Defense and reliability, and you get some unique tech over here. And I guess you can get both of these over here too. You can do range or bombing. You have a choice. Close air support, defense, and ground attack. I already looked at that. So I guess this is supposed to be your CAS, but it can also do strategic bombing. That's kind of weird. So I guess they all do the same missions, and just like some of them are better at it, better at different missions. This is better strategic bombing, but ground attack worse ground attack. So I guess they're both bombers, and whether or not they're a close air support or a strategic bomber depends on which type you pick. But they can do all missions, and just some are better at it than others. Got transports. All aircraft range. That's interesting. Range is a good one to have. Cargo planes. And these just do air supply. Airships, reliability, or range is your choice. It's air superiority, close air support, interception, strategic bombing, and a naval strike. That's pretty good. That's like all the missions, isn't it? Except for supply drop. Agility is quite shit, though. And agility is like one of your more important combat stats. They're also expensive, it looks like. You have the assault airship. How's this stack up? Ground attack 60. Ground attack 24. Strap bombing 80. Strap bombing 80. Like, I don't know. These seem pretty good. The airships over here. Super Fortress. Of course, like that awful agility though. So I'm not sure if the defense and the air attack are gonna make up for that horrible agility modifier. But that's neat. So I guess that the planes that they give you are like pretty completely different. So Navy, you have seafaring. So we can research ores and shit. So on one page we have power armor. On this page we have fucking canoes, don't we? That makes sense. You get canoes, you get longboats. Canoes have no armor. Longboats have one armor. These triremes, I guess that's supposed to be like Caesar's Legion or whatever. You have the assault canoe. So I guess this is your naval invasion stuff over here. I don't really know too much about naval meta anyways. Like I'm not sure how much I can comment on this stuff. Apparently these schooners have torpedoes, though. I'm not seeing like a whole lot of man-the-gun shit. So I think it's like the stats are the stats that you get. It seems to be. And these all have like light attack, heavy attack. Oh, this one doesn't. So you only get heavy attack on the Capitals, looks like, on the paddle steamer. The battle barge! Someone thinks they're a space marine. The floating fortress. Torpedo boat hull. Personal floating palace. Okay, black flag frigate. Refurbished tanker. I don't know. The Navy seems like much less impressive, like for the level of tech that you can get than like the fucking nuclear bombers you get on the air screen, don't they? Oh, here's some naval modules. So they're on a different page. The grappling harpoon. Okay. This gives protection, visibility, max range. Like this is like completely different. I don't think I'm gonna play with the Navy this game though. Too much. I'm not gonna go through this tab. This is a lot. That's neat. So industry, we have production efficiency, cap growth, and dockyard output. So this gives you efficiency cap and dockyard output. This just seems better. But I guess your path ends there, doesn't it? If you go that way. Whereas if you come this way, you're gonna get, the ones you get aren't as strong, but you get more of them. So I mean, that's an interesting way to lay it out. It's like this is like better in the long term, and this is better in the short term, isn't it? Generalized production. This gives you additional population factor, factories, retention, base, factory output, and dockyard output. This gives you even more max factories in the state. Efficiency cap, but less growth. Factory output and dockyard output even more. Work as needed or work assignments. So I guess that's your choice there, isn't it? This will get you more factories and better factory output, and better production efficiency cap, but it's going to cost you population and growth. And this will give you population, and it'll give you base and retention production efficiency, but you're not going to have nearly a strong output or cap on your production efficiency. So that's an interesting trade-off. That's a little bit different. Construction speed and repair speed. Alright, so this is your construction speed and repair speed. And then up here it looks like this is going to give you resource gain efficiency. And then down here is your conversion cost and energy cell capacity. Also bomb vulnerability. So like that's also a kind of weird way to lay it out, but there it is. Energy cell capacity might be important for us because we are playing with power armor guys. So agriculture is our population and recruitable population factor, and also infrastructure construction speed. Fair enough. What is our monthly population growth? Like 13, okay. Conversion speed bonus and energy cell gain per energy. Again, also might be important for us if we have a lot of guys in power armor. Apparently they use that, apparently. Energy cell gain per energy. So it looks like there's lots of techs that are going to give you energy cell gain per energy. And it looks like you can get the same benefits on different tech lines. So I guess you probably want to pick which tech lines you want to research. That's probably an important decision. And this will give you, I think these are the ones that give you resource output, right? Yeah, so you can build these buildings, and they're like refineries that will give you these different output, if I remember correctly. It's engineering. So you can get encryption, it looks like, but I'm not sure how that would work with la resistance, but okay. You get reinforced rates and diplomacy distance. So I guess that's like the distance factor for your relations, and that's kind of neat. And reinforce rate. It's like the higher up you get over here, the better your reinforce rate is, as opposed to radio, which gives it to you all at once in base game. And then you get your encryption and decryption. Electronics, just research speed, research speed. It's like 2% per level all the way across, it looks like. And then you get your radar stations. What's this? Is tribal, is civilized, is advanced. This reward technologies. So I guess this is stuff that you can be given. The mini nukes. Horses! Okay, so it's like, I think maybe this is like only available for certain factions or something like that. Maybe you have to set this up to get this, but like that's kind of weird. We are advanced though, so that's nice. Tech levels. So you have tribal, settler, and scientific. So is this our current tech level? So we're only on settler level air tech. But we're on advanced for all this other stuff, except for special forces and whatnot. So maybe that's like our overall faction level. It's like maybe we're not allowed to like if we go over to our aircraft. Requires technology, scientific air tech. Yeah, we don't have that. So we're never going to get to the advanced air. So we're kind of stuck on civilized air for now, anyways. Maybe your focus tree will have something about that. That's interesting. It kind of makes the side that gives you the air superiority a little bit less appealing if you can't get the better planes. You know what I mean? So diplomacy. You have a couple people who like us a little bit, and a whole lot of people who don't like us. And we are at war. I remember correctly. Yeah, with these two scrub tribes that are like sitting next to our territory. That we're about to beat up and take their land. So you do start off with like a war as the Western Brotherhood. Trade. So we have 19 water, 38 energy, 62 scrap metal, 29 composite, 39 circuitry, and 33 advanced components available. I'm not sure if that's high or what those things are used for, but I mean that's what we got. We got a little bit of everything, it looks like, and we are in the green. Construction. We have a bunch of stuff that's broken. We have, it looks like three civilian workshops, I guess they're called. Okay. So yeah, you can build these buildings over here, and they give you resources if you need them in this game. Outpost. How is that different than a fort? Building provides twice the value than that of output. Okay. So an outpost is just half a fort. Fair enough. So we're working on repairing all of these broken factories. I guess we've pulled that off of the Olympus tribe. So we're going to have resistance problems, aren't we? As, what is it with these countries I'm playing these days and their resistance problems? We have more factories. So we can build a bunch of stuff. We can build Pioneer Kit. We can also build this stuff over here. Interesting. I'll think about that later. Do we have armor, power armor? Yeah, we have scavenged power armor, which we might want to build. We do have power armor, guys, if I remember correctly. So let's look at these templates here. That's cool. They give you different division designer and everything. So one thing to remember about this game here is that these battalions, like one battalion, is only 25 men, and in Hearts of Iron 4 base game, it's 1,000 men is like the usual battalion manpower cost. Kaiserreich is a bit more. So it's like your manpower is a quarter of what it would be. Uh, yeah, would it be other or more than sorry, less than a quarter. It's like a quarter and then like another factor of 10 on top of that. So if you look at the manpower over here, that seems small, but like if you converted that over, so it's like you'd multiply by 4, right, and that would get you to 16k, and then you multiply by 10. So this is like equivalent to about 160,000 manpower in Hearts of Iron 4 terms, I think. I could be wrong about that, but like that's my best guess there. It's like your manpower game is a little bit different. And for this unit, we have 80 hit points, 43 org, 25 recovery rate. So I'm thinking like the organization is like a little bit lower. These are conscripts though, so I guess that makes sense. A little bit lower than you'd expect in a standard infantry unit. The hard attack and soft attack are the same value. That's interesting. That's very different from base game. There is an air attack. So like even I guess just having a rifle gives you an air attack. So you can attack airplanes with your basic infantry. And we have defense 48, breakthrough 9. So it looks like there is still a pretty big defender's advantage going on here. Just looking at those statistics. No armor, 10 piercing. Raider Warband. Guess we can't bring them up at the different time, can we? So let's just remove that. So we have soft attack, or soft attack is higher on the Raider Warband. Even without that, breakthrough still lower. Orc 63, which is starting to look a little bit more like you'd expect from like a base game infantry unit. 125 hit points. And you get the extra manpower because you have the extra combat width on there. HP 100, this is HP 80, so it's like 20 hit points per. And these have more hit points. These are 25 hit points per, and the conscripts are only 20. That's interesting. Defense 64. Defense 48. It seems like the difference isn't as pronounced as between militia and regular infantry, though, as it is in base game. We have this power armor company over here. So we have 73 org, which is it's a pretty nice organization. Soft attack, hard attack of 77.2. We are 60% hard. 54 breakthrough. It's like this will be able to attack into like one of these types of templates, like pretty much scot free, even though the hardness doesn't really appear to matter all that much actually. And armor 25 would be able to withstand the piercing of these units. Yeah, and they've got the same 25 manpower requirement, and these use 1.8 energy cells. We have a number of energy cells available that we get from. I guess energy is what gives that to you. Fair enough. We have the Spec Ops division, which has much higher breakthrough than the infantry. This is 15. This is 38. So it's got more than double the breakthrough on the Spec Ops division. So like this with 38 breakthrough, probably. Like what's the attack on that unit? 251. Like you'd definitely be able to beat conscripts straight up. I'm not sure about a Raider Warband though. Like they are gonna have some attacks over that breakthrough. Not a whole lot though. You might be able to do it with that. Push out a Raider unit with a special Spec Ops unit. These guys also have a bit of armor. Not that that's enough because like the standard unit has 10 piercing. We saw, right? It's like the armor's not going to get you all that much. Neither is that hardness. So that's cool. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure our guys will have the same soft and hard attack because we have lasers, right? I'm pretty sure that's the weapons that we're making. Go check a few units in the field actually, but like those are our templates over there. And yes, we can paradrop spec ops and power armor guys. Like be able to paradrop like it's like paradropping tanks. It's like pretty cool. That's like I did a lot of paradrops last time I played Washington Brotherhood. Like I'm not a paradrop player, but I do like I did have a kick out of that. I know you drop them in there, you get some supply grace, but maybe that's not such a great plan anymore now that these guys use fuel cells. So I imagine being out of supply for these guys is going to be pretty fucking awful. It's probably not nearly as good as it used to be before that. Logistics, so we're making infantry equipment, which is common energy weapons. And if I remember correctly, like your rifles and your melee weapons and your lasers all count as infantry equipment. And we already looked at this stuff already. It's cool. Let's check out some of these guys in the field we have here. So we've got scavenge, power armor, and common energy weapons. Common energy weapons. Common energy weapons. So like that looks like the case. Get a bunch of guys with common energy weapons. All right. So let's decide what to do here. So dockyards. We have 2 dockyards. We'll build one. I don't know. The canoe. This is a canoe, apparently. I guess we'll build canoes, like, or whatever. We got them, so we'll use them, I suppose. And this is 12, and this is 6. And what's the requirement for our power armor units? We need 150 of each. So you need twice as much factories on power armor as you would on laser weapons to field power armor units, probably. Power armor is reliability 80. This is also reliability 80. So like that would be, you would expect that to be the case. So we have 5 factories though. Let's get ourselves some power armor. We'll go like that because we have to equip our other guys too that aren't in power armor. So we'll roll out like so. I guess let's just keep on going on those advanced servos, I guess. We might need this. I don't know if we need that right away though, but that seems like something like you probably want to get at some point. Let's keep on researching our doctrine. Look at the concentration of force there. We do have paradrops enabled. It's like maybe we would like to start working on some of this stuff here. Like get our technology up, even if we're not. No. So I guess you have different variants over here. That's interesting. I didn't notice that before. But I guess you do. What about the tanks? No. But your planes do have different variants, I guess. So we would need the transport planes to do paradrops. And we do have the power armor guys. Like, I don't know. Let's pick up the glider, I guess. And for this stuff over here, like that's ahead of time. Division training time, probably don't need that. Support equipment, probably don't need that right away either. We're probably not going to be making them. We're making power armor guys. Thruster robot gives us production efficiency cap, which we probably don't need right now. Let's get some industry stuff. Production efficiency cap and growth. That seems like that's probably something that you would like to have, like a tool procurement. Construction speed, and this gives you more factory output. I think we have more military factories than we do civilian factories at the moment. So let's go for the industry planning. Yeah, let's go for the industry planning. Like, I'm not sure what the meta would be for this stuff, anyways. But like those are the picks I'm gonna go with. Construction. We only have 6 civilian factories. Maybe we should start building some more. Build a factory at Capitol Hill, which will take us forever, but that's the way she goes. So
What can I do for you?
no divisions in basic training. If we don't have any equipment to train these guys, we'll assume that's fine for now. A national focus tree. So we have our founding here, and these are, I think, these events that you'll do this, and you'll like everyone gets these. I think they'll have something equivalent, and you can choose like you'll get some decisions about what you get at the start of the game. So get land doctrine, division attack and defense, manpower, power armor technology boost, power armor technology boost. Division attrition minus 15%. That's nice. Flesh before steel. Get some weapons and arms workshop. Land doctrine. And planning speed and max planning. That's not bad. Electronics, outpost construction speed. A couple of those. Some workshops and research speed. Some extra tech over there. Alright. So we get some resources, some factories, some more factories. Okay, so we get fighter production cost and ace generation chance. As far as I was hoping there'd be something on here that lets you get advanced planes so you get vertibirds, but unfortunately we're not as cool as the other Brotherhood teams that get that apparently. Like, I'm pretty sure we used to get vertibirds like way back when I played, but last time I played I saw they phased that out for us. And now we don't even have T-45D power armor anymore. But that's alright. Some naval research boosts. And I think this is like their unique thing over here. So they've got within the blizzard. With the perpetual snow of the north, there's a city unlike any other, a city inhabited by ghosts, so that if you step foot in their city, you never return. Those vengeful spirits slow the living, their eyes burn like orange coals of disordered desire, dragging you deep, deep into their dark heart that make you one of them. I'm not sure if that's talking about us. So once we core all the states that we own, that those two people are at war with, we'll have the option to do this. This will give us some war goals. We can invite some people to be on our team. Get a bunch of buffs and factories and stuff like that, and then we'll also go to war with the Troll Warren. We'll get some. I think this used to give us a couple units of power armor guys called Black Paladins that were, I think, veteran status. I was pretty sure our starting power armor guys also used to start at veteran status, and they don't anymore. Some more buffs. Just for world growth time, minus 20%, 25%. That's good. Death or Glory and the Great Alaskan Expedition. So we'll have to see. Maybe we'll get some events about that with what's up with that storyline. I think we're supposed to be pushing north to Alaska. So we shall, we'll see how that plays out. And then we'd have to like split our troops up over here. So we got these guys over here on the one front, and we got these guys over yonder. On the other front, generals. So we have only 2 right now. It's like maybe we want to we'll put them in the same army with Huh. It's interesting. So I guess these are your different traits. So yeah, they're like special. Ha ha. Nerd rage, orgasm moving. Okay. That's cool. And this is like even, wow, that's neat too. These are all like Fallout. They didn't have this last time I played, but this is like, these are all like, I think, perks or traits you could get previously. That's really cool. I'm not seeing adaptable though. Thunder boys here.
Hello, sir.
And we'll get the bad guy colors. Go with the dark red and the black. Again, the character here.
After this, I have some weapons.
That's not what I meant to do though.
After this, I have some weapons to repair. What do you need?
All right, so it looks like there's like a straight over there or something. Slav, you can just stand there. That's probably fine.
Hello, sir.
Send those guys in that front,
What can I do for you?
and these guys, I guess, can be on this front for now, anyways. We actually, you know what? We might need to micro. I wonder if that one trick still works. You know, like tell your guys to go garrison somewhere off in the middle of nowhere, like there.
What can I do for you? Greetings, Elder.
That's a bit silly, in order, but whatever. So we'll see if that works. You know, it might. So that's set up. We'll pick our first national focus over here. And I guess we'll, do we have any air? No, we have no navy. And this is our army over here. So in our army, we have, I guess we can probably just look at the army tab. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of the conscripts. We have 7 units of the raiders.
Hello, sir.
And we have 3 units of the power armor, and we saw those templates before. I'm not sure if I like that symbol for raiders. It would be like a cool raidery looking symbol, I guess. Oh, that's neat. So you get a few unique ones over here. That's pretty cool. I don't remember that. Get the across laser rifles. I mean, we've got laser rifles, so let's do that. We'll do that. Conscripts. I got a fucking maple leaf. Be a good symbol for conscript. That's a I think that's like it used to be the garrison symbol or something, right? I guess conscripts are fine with that symbol. The Spec Ops Division. The Brotherhood symbol. We'll use the I don't know. I like the power armor helmet for the power armor guys. I think that's pretty cool. We have unassigned division, so that's like another infantry unit. I'll have him move over here. I don't think we'll be at wars with those guys until later. All right, so I think I'm going to end that video here. In the next episode, we'll actually start to play the game. Like that took forever to get through, so I apologize for that. But I haven't played this in a while, and I figured I'd go over it so you guys can see what's up. So I can see what's up, and we can go from there. I don't think this initial war should be too hard if I remember correctly. But that's it for now. Lever Freeman signing out.